Good morning. I'm Sean, and this is your morning huddle from the driveway and the walk around the yard. I hope you're having a good morning. You know, in trying to figure out what is the one thing, what is the one secret, what is the one ingredient in the recipe that's going to have your business be massively successful. And I get this question all the time, actually. You know, what's the one thing? What is the secret sauce? What is the, what is the one tip that's going to have your business be successful? I've thought about that for years. What is the one thing? I can tell you this. Brittany, good morning. Casey, good morning. I can tell you the one thing is this. When you're living in a culture where the authority is in the proper place, then everybody on the team is maximized. Now, what the heck does that mean? When, the authority is in the right place. Most businesses, we find, live in a place of hierarchy where most of the people on the team are afraid to make decisions, because if they don't make decisions, then they're never wrong. And if they're never wrong, then they're not responsible or at fault when things aren't maximized. You want to have a culture that is flipped the other way around. Oh, I got glitches on my phone. The best way to think of it is really this. I got people joining me here and I don't know how to see them. I don't know what's going on there. Sorry about that, y'all. The best way to think of it is this. Most businesses that are in survival mode, which is what I call it, when everybody on the team is afraid to make decisions because making decisions makes them responsible for errors or for lack of maximization. If that's the case, then authority is usually pushed to one person. Office manager, owner of the business, whatever that situation is. There's no way that the business is ever going to be as good as it potentially could be when the opposite is true. Everybody on the team is taking responsibility. Everybody on the team is making decisions for certain areas. And so here's the way I would really encapsulate that. There's a great book on this called Turn the Ship Around. I was talking with somebody the other day. I haven't read that book in quite a while, so I started reading it again. But here's the way I would encapsulate that. If you'll create your culture where instead of the information being pushed to the authority, flip it around. Push the authority closest to the information. Now, if you think about that and how that looks, that's a completely different cultural view. And that's where implementation comes from. That's where results comes from. The people, when you push the authority closest to the information, then the people who are closest to challenges and situations have the authority to be able to make decisions. The opposite is true, again, where most businesses live. You've got information, something happens, that's brought to an authority figure. The authority figure takes a look at all of the areas that they're trying to manage and makes decisions. And the challenge is they're not closest to the information. So if you could just this one sentence, instead of pushing the information to the authority, push the authority to the information and create a culture where that's the norm. We're no longer living now in a culture where errors are bad. We're living in a culture where, you know what? I see an opportunity, I'm going to make a decision. And here's where I think that decision needs to be based in supporting where it is that we're trying to go. When you're living like that, that's what's going to have you be as successful as you can be. Interestingly enough, it's also going to help prevent the situation where that one person is just dying under the weight of thousands of decisions that they frankly don't have enough information to be able to make. And if you're a business owner, you know what I'm talking about. If you're living like most businesses, if you're a business owner and you have that hierarchy situation going on in your business, then every single decision in your business comes to you. The trick is you've got people on your team who are closer to that information than you are. No one person can be as successful as a group of people who all have individual responsibility and are connecting that responsibility to the overall direction of where it is that we're trying to be. That is the secret sauce. That is where implementation lives. That is where results lives. That's where all of it stems from. If you put your focus on moving authority to the information instead of allowing the information to move to the authority, that's what's going to have you in a place where you have happier clients, better results, you're making more money, and I promise you, you and everyone on your team is enjoying the ride. And that's what it is that I want for you. I'm Sean. This is your morning huddle from the driveway on a really cloudy, gnarly October full moon day. Have a great day.